Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Allison Alanna, and today we are starting something new. I have decided that I am about to learn every single thing that I can possibly find on wholesale real estate investing. And I'm actually in the process right now of driving, so it's really shaky. So excuse the footage as it relates to that. However, I am doing what they call driving for dollars. I am looking around, trying to find properties that look distressed, have code violation signs in the yard, that are, just old looking, that the owner might be willing to sell, or even homes that have like for rent signs. I can contact them and find out if the owner would be willing to sell versus having put up for rent. Because I want to get into wholesale investing, because I feel like that is a gateway to the next best thing, to open up your success, something that's lasting, money forever. Because right now, I don't know about y'all, but I am personally going through a really rough time in my life, and I have gotten to the point where I'm just really ready to do something about it. Like it's been a back and forth thing for me for quite some time. And so I have been looking into real estate for a while. It's something that definitely has my interest. I definitely have the desire to get into real estate investing. And I feel like wholesale is the easiest way to start, because you don't need any money really. Maybe a couple dollars to spend on like contracts or something small, but not thousands and hundreds of dollars. It's not like that. So today I'm going to take and carve out as much time as I can find, even if I have to do it like in between other things that I'm doing, and find as much information as I can to study about wholesaling, as well as looking for properties myself, using the information that I've already found and just putting some application behind it. So I did drive past one home already that had like a code violation in the yard. And there is a home that I know of for a fact that's like kind of like borderline abandoned. It's sealed up with wood and board and stuff like that all around it. So I'm going to do what they call, I'm going to figure out the details of skip tracing, because it helps you to find the owner of a home. Also, I know that I have personally, oh wow, this thing is really shaking. I'm hoping that this is not going to be like horrible. Let me see if I can tighten this up. Okay, so it's tighter. Let's see if that helps. Probably not. It's just a bumpy ride out here, y'all, so I'm sorry about that. But yeah, so I know that I have looked up properties on my own. Like, I was going to rent a home, and the rent was so ridiculously cheap that I had to look up to see who was the owner of this home. Was this a scam? Was this really a real thing? Because it was on Craigslist as well. So I went to look it up, and I did find it, but that was when I lived in a different state. So I don't know if that same service, if I'll have access to that same service while here. However, I do know that it is possible, and so I will take the time to look into that. So I'm going to find out who's the owner of the house that I know for a fact is like basically abandoned, and call that owner and see if he would be willing to sell. And I am going to really study these videos first though, because this information is like all over YouTube. So I feel like if I just study it, maybe I'll even buy a book to get to see, get as even more information from the book, so that I want to feel 100% confident in knowing what I'm doing first. Because the last thing I want to do is put myself out there, and then when things arise that I need to address, I don't have the proper answers for it. I don't have the ability to execute on what I'm being expected to do or need to do. So I don't want to be that person. I want to be fully prepared, fully aware of what I'm getting into, and really be able to do this and see a great return on all of my actions and my efforts. So that's what we're doing today, y'all. I am over the nonsense. I'm over the hardships, the foolishness, the struggling, and this will be something. What I'm doing now. I just relaunched my online boutique. I started an online boutique back in 2011, and I did that for about 6 years. I stopped doing that because business was slow. Business was not going good for me. I've always been a mom. I've been a mom since I was 16, so I've always needed money. I've never really had the time to stop and let something grow. Unless I had like a job or something, some other source of income to back me up, which I didn't. So I quit that for a while, and it's been 6 years, and I literally just relaunched it April 14th of 2023. At the time I'm recording this video, it is May 18th. Okay, so it's been almost, tomorrow will be 5 weeks since I relaunched. And with all of that being said, business is slow at this moment. I've yet to really see the sales that I was hoping to make. I know that I need to create more content because content is king, as they say. Content is really cash. Content is what's going to cause people to gravitate to you to be able to get those sales. But in the meantime, I just feel like I need to be doing something else, because you need to have more than one source of income. And if this can get me the money that I need to properly live my life and invest in other things more quicker, then I can not only have this money for bills and personal things, but I can also put this into my boutique. I can also put this into other things as time goes by, because I want to do several businesses, but I don't want to do too many things at one time. I want to master things first before I move on to the next thing, and really see some cash flow coming in from those things before I move on to the next entrepreneurial venture of mine. So again, that's what we out here doing today, you all. I'm just out here trying to make a difference. And while I'm on this journey of my wholesaling journey and trying to really develop myself into being a real wholesaler, and to basically teaching myself from YouTube videos and books, I'm definitely going to be recording the process. I'm going to be telling you all what I'm doing and just giving this information to you all totally for free. Some people on YouTube, they put it out there, but they kind of leave certain things that they want you to pay for. Once I figure this out, while I will have other things that I will have prices attached to, I definitely want to give this away for 100% free. I feel like this is the one way that a lot of people that really want to do something, not the people that are going to just take the information and do nothing. The people that really, really want to do something are going to take this and execute and really, really change the direction of their lives. And I don't want to charge for that. If I can do something to set you free and you're really going to take advantage of it and really execute on it, I don't want to charge you for that. I really just want you to prosper in your life, and when I learn, you guys learn. Whatever I teach, it's just for you guys who really, oh wow, here's a property right here, boarded up with Allie's name all over it, honey. This belongs to Allie. But yeah, I want to give this away for free. I promise you. I can vow today, I will never ever ever charge. If I become successful in the next 40 to 60 days, I will never ever charge anybody for real estate investing information. This is going to be my gift to the world. The one thing that I will give away and expect nothing from. The only thing I want you to give me is you actually going and executing and doing the work. Because as I learn it, I'm going to teach it to you all. And it is my prayer and my hope and my desire that somebody will take this information and execute and really change the projection of their life. Okay, so let me go out here. I'm going to write down the address, and I'm going to show y'all this property actually. So this is the property right here. As you can see, it's all boarded up. It's a pretty tall home as well. It's boarded up. It's marked private property. It definitely looks abandoned, definitely looks distressed. I don't know what the owner has in store for it, but I'm going to tell him what he has in store for it, okay? Because he is going to put this property under contract with me, and I'm going to find him a buyer, and he's going to give me lots of money, and so am I. All right, so we found our second property, because I drove past another one. I think they had a code enforcement thing in the yard or whatever. So I need to go back and write the address down. I should have brought like an actual book, but I'm gonna go to the Dollar Tree and pick up a book and just transfer what I'm drafting down on this little paper inside of that book. But yeah, I learned about this years ago just from watching YouTube. Like, I've always been so like desperate for money. As I said, I've been a mom since I was 16. So it's no, baby, it's not playground time. It's get busy time. Okay, so I have always just been trying to make my way, you know, as this young struggling mother that just always had financial issues. But I learned about this a while ago on YouTube while, you know, going through a time when I was looking for something different. And at the time I didn't even have a vehicle. Like I think I had faced a repossession or something back during that time. And in the neighborhood that I lived in, it wasn't really a lot of like homes that was like beat up or boarded up or, you know, distressed looking type of homes. And I knew that it was best when you're wholesaling to find homes that were in that style, because you don't want anything really fancy. It's not going to really be much of a profit on that because they don't really have a lot of repairing. You know, oh, here you go one right here for sale. See, this neighborhood, it seems to be really, really good for real estate because everything around here is like a duplex. So that means that there's someone, there's an owner who's renting these duplexes out to people. And I mean, it's a lot of duplexes. So this house says for sale by owner. It's a for sale by owner sign on here. And this is perfect. It looks beat up. I'm about to show y'all in just one second, but it looks beat up. It will definitely need some repairing, probably even a new roof or, you know, something. But this is perfect. Like, somebody will be willing to buy this for some amount. And now that I know it's for sale, I don't have to wonder, oh, when I call them, will they be mad? Will they be irritated because they don't even want to sell their house? Like, this has the sign. There's the number already out here. So I'm hitting the jackpot today, honey. I'm hitting the jackpot. All right, so here's my second property that I found. As I said, it's a for sale by owner sign out here in the yard, but I'm not going to show y'all the sign because if somebody tried to steal my deal, I'm going to have to beat y'all down, okay? No, I'm just playing. But yeah, and look at the roof. Like, it's in a pretty good shape where you can get a pretty good offer on this house. And I'm going to walk around the back and see what's going on back here as well. All right, so we got some little stuff falling down. I can't really see inside the home, but it's a broken window right there. Glass on the ground, so I don't know what's been going on. It doesn't look god awful in the inside either. And then this is, excuse me. And then this is the back. So yeah, it definitely needs some work. But I'm pretty sure with enough hard work, I could find somebody to buy this because, as I said, this one is already on sale. The sign is clearly out there. So let me go back around here. Oh, wow, look at this, y'all. That look like it's the kitchen, but it's no windows. And then it's like this whole, but I mean, real estate investors already know that homes like this need repairing. So this won't be a challenge at all for them. They are already masters in the game. Professionals in the game with the right skills to do everything necessary. Yeah. What y'all want? You want to be on camera so bad, don't you? All right, so I'm going to go and get this number and I'll be right back. All right, so we are back in the car. And today, I don't know, I'm feeling big. I'm feeling mighty. All right, so I think I'm going to try to find 20 properties. 20. Like, I was only going to come out here for 5 initially, right? But I just feel so good about my findings thus far. I feel like I could get 20 properties. And I'm going to call each and every single one of these people. And I am going to, and what's the word I'm looking for? I am going to have them sell me their house. Or get their house under contract with me so I can go find them a buyer. Okay, y'all are witnessing history right now, honey. Y'all are witnessing the beginning of me elevating my life. And not only am I elevating my life, but my kids' life. And not only am I elevating my kids' life, but my future grandkids' life. And not only am I elevating my future grandkids' life, but I'm about to give all this information to y'all. Every single time I learn something, I'm going to give it to you all. And you all are going to become the world's greatest real estate investors because Ali taught y'all. Now, I just left off this street, right? Where every single property on there was a duplex. And everything looks decent, up to par, and they have tenants there. And I'm not sure if it matters when wholesaling if the properties are vacant, or is it better to have vacant properties when doing this. Like, that's one of the things that I need to get some more detail on. But I'm more so going for the ones. No, baby, not right now. Mommy's working. I'm more so going for the ones that look distressed, look like no one lives there, have signs that specifically say selling, for sale. Even some of the ones that are for rent, that I could probably talk them into selling, or see if they would like to sell for a good offer, or whatever the case might be. So yeah, I'm looking. This hill makes the phone bop so badly. I feel like I literally just drove around on the same blocks in a circle. I need to go across the other side. And there is one house. I don't know why I didn't stop and write the information down when I initially saw it. I thought I was going to remember the name. Oh, wow, look at that cute red bird. I was going to remember the name and the name of the street and then just come back. Oh, this was the street. So hold on, let me see. Was it left or right? I don't remember. It had a code violation sign in that. Like, this is a really nice duplex, but it looks really up to par. They might not want to sell that. They might actually be collecting good rents from that. Okay, here it is. Oh my god. Is this okay? This might already be, like, this is demolition. This isn't. I don't know, because this might still be of use to me. Right? So I'ma still. I'ma literally have to. I'm lost for words right now, because when I drove past here initially, I did not look at the house. I just saw the sign. I didn't see the house fully. I just I'll come back and look at it when I, get from over here. But this is. I'm gonna just show y'all. There are no words. Not for me. I'm gonna have to guess between the two. Okay, calm down. Between the two houses, what the address is, and then look up the owner and see what's going on. I don't know. This is gonna be a hard sell though. Okay, so this is the property, y'all, or at least what is left of it. I don't know if it went through something like a storm, or if it's deliberately being torn down, but there is a truck that looks like it could have been doing some kind of work, demolition, destruction, possibly rebuilding out here. I have no idea, but this is a mess. And there is a code violation sign out here. I don't want to show it because I don't really want to say where I'm at. But, and get over here. The funny thing is, the code violation is for the damn high grass and the weeds. So they worried about the grass and the weeds of the property versus all of the junk and the ruckus. I'm guessing it's okay to have the junk and ruckus like this because you're doing your repairs or whatever it is that you're doing. But yeah, the violation is not even about this. It's about the freaking grass. See, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's the law. It blew up. I had it on my tether, but it blew up, and I'm not about to go over there and take it down. He said, stop work.
Oh, I can kind of see it a little bit.
Yeah, it's on there.
But it's just flipping up because of the wind.
Yeah, because we had a storm we had that night. He said, stop work. They had a trailer over there. Must have come and got it. It was some...
Oh, sorry. Y'all, oh my God, y'all. Child, this is why it pays to communicate with the neighbors of the neighborhood. I just ran into this lady who pretty much gave me the lowdown on that house. That house is just there because of the fact that they didn't have the proper permit that it was going to take for them to be destroying their property the way they were. And so in the middle of them doing it, they got like a flag to stop the work on the property. So now it's just sitting there. Like no one knows. Oh, here go another code violation property. No one knows what's gonna happen next. So with that being said, not only did she tell me a little bit of detail on that, and oh God, I'm driving so terribly right now trying to do this video. But yeah, not only did she tell me somewhat detail on that, but the house across the street, the guy that owns that house passed away. He no longer lives there, and he owns a couple of homes also on that street. So I don't know if he might have a property management company or what's going on, but okay, is that for this house or
that one house?
I can't tell because it doesn't. Let me see. Okay, I'll get to that in a second, but let me finish giving y'all the loop on this. So he owns another house across the street, directly across the street from that one. And one of the homes I had listed on my paper, she happened to notice it and was like, oh, he owned that house too, and that one's already repaired. It's a beautiful house. It's already renovated. Now, I don't recall it being like that. The very first one, I gotta look back at the footage, but I don't recall it being like done up to the extent in which she's saying. So either she thought it was a different home, or she already knows what the inside looks like, but the outside could possibly, still need some work or whatever. But yeah, so it's another house right here that has a code violation sign outside of it. But what's throwing me off is there's like a small little community of like duplexes or something over here, and I'm not sure if it's for them or this house. I'm assuming it's for this house though, so I'm gonna just write this address down and go from there. I just saw somebody go in there, and it does look like it could use a little bit of work. So somebody might be willing to sell this property. It's 808. I don't, what street is this? Let me see. Let me see what's going on. Oh, okay, the same one. Let's write that down. Oh, somebody behind me. People probably think I'm crazy because I have been tearing the streets up, honey. It's people sitting outside. They probably like, I done seen this car about 45 times, and you're probably gonna see it another 45 because I'm just about to do me. Like, there's nothing holding me back. As long as I'm alive, honey, and I could drive, and I got feet to walk, I'm winning out here. It's like no reason why I can't be out. Yeah, we winning out here, but why I can't like get out here and do this. Driving for dollars is really not that hard. I've already found five properties that could work out. And this was the number that I wanted to get initially. But see, Ali is on the verge of being an overachiever. So although I said 5 would be good, I'm gonna try to shoot for 20 because what else do I have to do? I'm gonna tell y'all, lately I have been, well, for a while really, I've been doing DoorDash, and DoorDash has slowed down tremendously. And not just, I thought it was just in my area because I live in the South now. I've been down here for about 10 months, and it has slowed down tremendously. Everything, I mean, things down. Oh wow, look at this jackpot right here. Yeah. Look at it. I mean, yeah. Allie's winning out here. I'm really like. Matter of fact, let me park over across the street. Park across the street, and then that way I could get out the road and not possibly kill people and cause car accidents when I hurry up and stop. See, this look like it's been through some really traumatic things. Like, not as bad as the other one, but I mean, not too far either. Let's see what we got going on. My mouth is so dry, so the next stop will probably be to get some water. Okay, which street is this? All right, I see the address right there. Yeah, one thing about the South is people have a lot of conversations. Like, they don't mind walking up to you and asking you stuff and talking and sharing information. So that helps me out a lot, because if she didn't come out, I wouldn't have known that the other property across the street was vacant or any of that. Like, because there was no sign or anything to indicate that. So I'm about to walk over here now and show y'all what it looked like, and then I'm about to get something to drink because I'm a little parched. All right, so here's this property right here. It looks like this suffered from like some type of damage through fire. It's like holes in the porch area, and this definitely looks a little crispy. It looks really, get down, get yourself down right now. Looks crispy. So yeah, this is the exterior on the other side. It looked like it don't even have like a front door behind that, because you can see, get down before you fall and hurt yourself. Yeah, this is real life, y'all. When you work with your kid, when you have your kid, when you do stuff with your kid, like, this is real life. So yeah, then this is the like some burnt looking wood that clearly came off the porch of the house. And then the top there also looks burnt. I have the windows in my view, which are now non-existent and boarded up. This house clearly suffered from something, but if the right person is willing, we got to see the vision, you see? So if the right person is willing to put the work in to repair this, the after repair value for them could be really, really great. Like, so if I could get the seller to sell, yeah, so if I could get the seller to sell this house for like $20,000, something like really, really small, because I mean, what could you really want? What could you really want for something in this condition? You know, so if there's somebody who's willing to put $300,000, and the house is a big size, so if somebody's willing to put $300,000 in a work on this, right, and then maybe sell it for $500,000 or another $100,000, whatever the case might be, and you make $400,000, like, you can, that's a come up for a good real estate investor. So hopefully the more trashier they look, the more of a chance I have to get the owner to want to sell and a buyer to want to buy. Okay, so this is property number 7. We found 7 properties so far. This is the 7th one, and it's in pretty bad condition. You can see, you know, what's really going on. It's like a tree hanging down the side of the house. Boarded up. I had to walk the neighborhood like the other direction to kind of get a idea of what the address was because I noticed that one of the numbers were missing. So, okay, so we'll go take a bathroom break. But yeah, this is what it looks like, y'all. This is my 7th property that I've located, and I'm finding so many so quickly. I'm wondering, like, is somebody else already looking into these, like, because they're just here, like, is no one giving a darn to try to wholesale? Or I mean, if you're not, hey, I'm glad God gave me the idea today. And speaking of God, y'all, I just had a quick praise break in my car. Let me turn the camera around for this one. So I was listening to the A Long Way from Sunday album by Anthony Brown. I got that whole album on my phone. It's old. It's like quite a few years old, but I still play it because I love that album. And it's a song on there called I Refuse. It just came on its own in my car. Like, I didn't even have my Apple Music app open or my iPod open at all. It just came on. At first I turned it off. What was I saying? So yeah, I turned it off because I was trying to do videos, and every time I would get in the car, it would just turn itself on. But I said, you know what? I kind of want to listen to this. And it's such a good song. Okay, y'all. So wow, I thought I was only finding one property. I ended up finding 2. Them neighbors, boy, them neighbors that love to come outside and talk, they will put you on. They will give you some information that you need. I feel like the man that owns the first house I just showed you all, well, the last house I just showed you all, he owns the 2 houses sitting beside each other, and he owns the house that the lady just came out of that was coming to talk to me and figure out what I was doing over there. So he might own that entire block. And she said the houses have just been sitting there. The one beside it was not as destroyed as the one that I just put on camera. So that one might be a little bit more ready to go. Needs some work, but probably not to a horrible extent, you know. So she gave me his phone number because he's actually her landlord, and so now I don't even have to do any skip tracing or looking directly for him. I might still look it up because I might want to look for something like his, you know, address or email or something, depending on what way I'm going to choose to contact them. But I'm the type that I feel like, because I'm finding so many, this is not something that I want to wait like a week to go and do. Like, I want to figure this out today. Like, there's some studying, some space that I'm going to have to really allocate for this, because I need to get the proper information today to at bare minimum start making the contacts and getting some things put on contract for them to agreeing to sell. Okay, agreeing to sell to me. And I want to make sure, I want to figure out that as well. Like, should I put that they're selling it to me in the contract, or is it like well, they're gonna, I need to come up front and say that I'm doing this wholesale wise? Like, there's still so many different things that I need to know. The only thing that I know for a fact is that I need to get my butt out here and find all these destroyed properties that are either for sale, look like they should be for sale, tore down, the owner would die to sell, people died, and you find those little details out from the neighbors who like to come out and chat. Also, people that, you know, may have inherited a house, don't really have a use for the house because they already had bought their own, you know, just stuff like that. Like, I know I need to have a list of sellers and a list of buyers. That's the only thing that I know for sure. So I'm just going to get out here and do what I know to do, what I'm already sure of. The rest of the stuff I can figure out on the way. But again, y'all are definitely witnessing history, baby, because this is going to go down in the books. This is going to go down in the books. So I still didn't go get anything to drink, so I'm about to turn up here. And I don't even know where I am. I have no idea where I am. I'm literally, this house looks very empty, but it looks done up. It looks available. It looks kind of good. And you want to kind of stick to destroyed homes. But me being who I am, I don't think I could pass up on a vacancy and not see about it, you know? So I'ma still just go over here. It might not even be vacant, but it just looked really blah. It's no blinds in the window, right? And it doesn't have a for sale sign or anything, but it's like no cars, no lawn furniture, nothing that really indicates that somebody lives here. So let me see. Okay, so yeah, I just took a peek inside the window because like I said, there's no blinds. It's definitely a vacant home. It does look like some action is being taken inside of there to try to get it renovated. There's probably like a full gutting or something being done, but this is like their little carport area. It's definitely a good looking space. So I don't know, maybe somebody just bought it. I have no idea what is going on with it because there's no sign out here either. But I don't know if y'all can see that. Like, can you see? Yeah, the oven, the stove is right there, some board. It's like nothing in this house. So, I don't know. I spotted it and felt something in my spirit like that this house was vacant. So, I'm gonna just see. It's a bunch of windows and stuff back here. Is this an apartment? It's like another, I don't know. It's weird. We're gonna figure that out. Okay, so this is another property that I just wrote down. I don't believe it's vacant, so I don't really want to get out and walk up on it. I see the light on, the porch light is on outside, so I'm assuming that means somebody might, be still there or whatever. But I'm gonna contact the owner and get some information on it and see if he'll be willing to make me an offer. All right, y'all, so that is 10 properties. I think it's like a little bit after 12 o'clock, so that means I have a little under 2 more hours to do this, so I can, and I think it only took me 2 hours to find those 10 properties. So I'm about to go get something to drink because I really feel like I got cotton mouth right now. And I'm excited about the possibilities, like the possibilities of one of these or maybe even more working out. Everybody's happy, everybody makes thousands and thousands of dollars, and we all continue to build, they know that they can depend on me now to find properties for them so they can do all of the other stuff that they do best, like repairing the houses and all of that other fancy smancy stuff that I will have no parts of, at least not right now. I feel like wholesaling is my entryway into this before I start to do full investing and things of that sort. But yeah, this is good stuff. And you know what's also really good, y'all? The fact that my baby is here. He is a sponge. He is really, really a sponge. And with me doing this and talking about this and him seeing me look at all these houses, and this might really motivate him to get into real estate on his own. Because this is something that I think I really want to do now. Because I know that this is a great exit strategy. When I talk to my mentors, when I talk to people about business, or when I even hear people talk about business and their exit strategies, at the end of the day, all the stuff that we do in business, we don't want to do that forever. We can't be old 75-year-old women in fashion walking down the runway and putting together models and fashion shows and designing, and that's not what you want to be doing at that age. The exit strategy for most is real estate. Sitting down, being an old little granny, collecting your rents, and making lots and lots of money. I know this girl, her name's Turkalyn Smith, and I think it was her story that kind of sealed in for me that this was the direction that I really wanted to go. But she had a really rough start in life, and she suffered through Hurricane Katrina, and she had a baby at 16 or 17 and had to live under a bridge, literally a bridge in New Orleans with her baby. And I'm like, what? What type of, it's just I gravitate to those kind of people because they got a real story, and when they fight through that crap and make it out, it just gives me hope. It just shows me what you could really do if you get down here and get down with the get downs. Okay, like not playing, not sitting around crying every single day. Like, I mean, there definitely will probably be a place and a time when you do go through that phase, but at what time do you get out of that? At what time do you like decide enough is enough and change your life? You know, her mother's drug dealer raped her. Her mother allowed her drug dealer to rape her so that she could pay for drugs, and she was only 5 years old when this happened. And now she is on Instagram. Look her up, the female real estate guru. She is the youngest and most paid real estate developer in New Orleans, in the state of Louisiana. So if she can come from all of that, your mama on drugs, your daddy on drugs, your mother letting people abuse you at your young, sweet, tender age, and you could still make it, and your kids don't have to live and go through what you went through, it really let me know that real estate is like a savior almost. Like, even she was like, you know, I think that land, we're supposed to have ownership, and I think that land is the one thing that God left for us to possess and dominate over. And if you don't own any land or own any property, then what are you doing? You know? So wholesaling or fix and flipping, if you got it like that to do that, can really be a really good entrance into real estate investing, developing, all of that, because it's so many different areas connected to real estate. So whatever branch, you know, if you want to be a real estate agent, there's so many different levels and areas of this. And I even just learned from watching a YouTube video that you can have a partner while wholesaling. So if you have a buyer and the other person has a seller, you know, you can like connect them too, and you guys split the profit. So if it's 20,000, you both get 10,000 a piece, or like, it's so many ways, it's so many plays, as they say. So I'm down. I'm about to get off of here because I need to figure out where I'm at, GPS the store, and get something to drink. So I'll be right back. Hey y'all, I am back having a snack. I think earlier on I was discussing the whole DoorDash ordeal, right? And I'm gonna set this down for a second. DoorDash has slowed down tremendously.
Oh, I get this.
They either are sending you small paying orders with long delivery distances, or sending you orders that you don't want to do anyway because they're so low paying. Even if they were from across the street, you still won't want to do them. Or the worst thing of all, just having you sit outside with nothing to do. Like literally sitting there with nothing to do. So, yeah, it's been bad. So I talked to my nephew this morning because he also does DoorDash. And he told me he moved on to something else because he was definitely experiencing the same thing. And that's how I was able to determine that it was like a worldwide issue. I am in this DoorDash group that I didn't even think to look in there and ask them, because I don't even go in that group anymore. But it's bad. Changes are sometimes good though, because changes can push you in a direction to do something different. And that something different can sometimes be exactly what you were looking for to take you to the next level in your finances and to really lift your financial burdens. Oftentimes what looks like a setback is really a blessing. Because what this doesn't really taste as good as I thought it would. I got this Simply Popcorn and sea salt kind. It's my first time trying this. I'm always trying something new when it comes to food. But in case I didn't like them, I got these little honey cheese curls that I know that I do love. And this Calypso drink in the flavor Island Wave Lemonade is so good, y'all. This one and the Southern Peach Lemonade, those are my favorites. You could always get those and it never disappoint. Always consistent, always great flavor. So, yeah, but sometimes what you think is your setback is really, really, really your come up. All right, so break time is over. Snack break is over. I'm in another random neighborhood. I just pulled up to this house. I don't know if somebody lives here, but it looks like it possibly could be vacant. So I'm gonna just take a little view of it. Okay, baby, great. Have a seat. I'm gonna take a peek at it and write down the address. And y'all know the vibes by now. Y'all know the routine by now. This is gonna be the 11th house we pulled up on. So yeah, this probably gonna be a really long vlog too. Yes. So it has like a ramp, handicap accessible. A handicap accessible home. I couldn't even get my words out properly, but this is what made me assume that it was a vacant unit or not, abandoned unit or something. I can't with this boy. You had no business doing that. Let me see if I can fix it just in case it is somebody that lives here and they won't be able to fix it on their own, because clearly this is a handicap unit. Oh, God, I don't have the right shoes on for this. Go over there. And this seems to be part of their property as well. It's like another little house back there. I don't know what that's used for. But, all of that is... I didn't go behind the house. So, yeah, I'm about to figure out the complete address. All right, so that was property number 11. And we just driving for dollars, looking for signs of vacancy, for rent signs, destroyed, torn down homes. I'm wondering what might be some other good areas, because I'm really just randomly driving to places. Like, I have no idea where I am. Once I put something in the address, well, in the GPS, I just kind of dog out the neighborhood. Like, let me see what's down here. I have no idea what I am, where I am, what I'm doing. I'm just literally, getting done. Okay. Alright. So that was a dead end, and there were no properties down here that fit that criteria anyway. So I'm about to keep looking around. I have literally 44 minutes until it's time to go pick up the baby from school. This was good though. Like, I could see myself doing this, and I'm very results driven. So I mean, I probably would find easier ways too, because I'm sure you could probably look the same stuff up. This is probably what skip tracing does for you, so you don't have to drive for dollars. But since I don't know what skip tracing is per se as of yet, and I haven't mastered that program yet, or I don't know how to use it yet, I don't mind getting in my car and doing this, because this helps me get a jump start. I can skip trace later if that's indeed what skip tracing is for. However, right now, I'm just trying to get things popping. Okay, so yeah, I could really see myself doing this. And because I'm so results driven, if I begin to, once I begin to make, get assignment fees or wholesaling fees, I'm gonna be going crazy. Like I just know myself. Like imagine that I wholesale a house and make $20,000 to $50,000 on it. What? Now, I'm hearing 6 months ago there was this video posted up that I just watched today, but it was from 6 months ago, and it was on YouTube. And the guy was like, "Well, I'm gonna just say 10,000 and keep it kind of conservative because of the world we living in right now. But our deals are typically $25,000 and up. A wholesaler assignment fee, $25,000. So imagine me. Let's just say that we did just do 10,000. Imagine me closing. I find 20 deals a day or 20 potential deals a day out of 100. Imagine that I close 20 of those deals. 20 times the 10,000. So yeah, I wish I would have done this sooner. Like, it's like everything that I'm doing now, to be honest, is things that's been in my mind way years ago. Things that I already was looking into way years ago and just never went through with it fully enough to obtain any real knowledge and to really see any return on my investments of learning this stuff. Or it's crazy. But I guess when the student is ready, the lesson will appear. Not even the teacher, because the teacher was always around. YouTube is the teacher. Books is the teacher, you know. But when the student is ready, the lesson will appear. Alright, so what it's looking like is the neighborhood that I'm currently in might be a little bit too nice of an area to be looking for wholesale deals. So I'm going to get out of this area and go back over on the side that I was at, but just try to find like a different section or something. I'm really running out of time too though, so I will be happy if I could just find 2 more at the max. I would be good with 12 to 13. I have 11 now, so if I can get 2 more, I will be satisfied with that because I am running low on time. And yeah, every street I turn on is looking really high end. If somebody bought this house, they wouldn't have to put hardly any, these houses over here, they wouldn't have to put any money into them, and there wouldn't be any after repair value for them to benefit from, so they probably wouldn't want to buy it. They're doing it for the after repair value, the equity, the, you know, all of that type of stuff. So if there's no damage and they wouldn't have really an ARV, it wouldn't really be to their benefit. So I just pulled up in this trailer park to see if it might be something over here that might be selling. But these, I have to really look into how these are. Be quiet, Ace. I ran because this whole thing might belong to somebody. Look at this pool they got back here. Look.
Mom, look at that cute pool. I like that one.
I always wanted one of those pools.
I always
Until I learned you could actually have one underground. When I was a kid, I didn't know. I thought everybody had these kind of pools.
I like that one.
I said that's somebody's private pool. We can't just go over into a private pool and start swimming.
Yeah.
No.
I know how to do this way.
We can't.
I said you. I can do this.
Alright,
Let's get to it.
let me check down this street. And I think that's going to be a wrap for me because I think even if I go back over on the other side of town, by the time I get back over there, it'll be time for me to wrap it up and go get the baby anyway. So if I don't find anything down here, that'll be a wrap for today. So I did not find anything on this side of town, unfortunately, besides that one other house. But one is better than none. And that's gonna wrap up my first day of my wholesale real estate journey, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed being on this little adventure with me, and I hope that you learned something, as little as I know and that I shared. I hope that it helped you to figure out something as well. And maybe today or tomorrow after you watch this video, you can begin driving for dollars as well to start to build your list of potential sellers. Thank y'all for watching this video. Please make sure that you do subscribe to my channel, because I will be following up on this series. I will be doing a ton of other videos that are outside of this, and just keeping it real and raw with y'all on my content and my new content to come. So God bless you all. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you subscribe, leave any comments, questions, or please, if you have additional information that can help me as I begin my journey, please, please, please share. Do not hesitate to share. I am very approachable. I'm always down to receive new information and to give new information to those who want it. So please, if you know something that can help me, type it right on in those comments. I appreciate you for watching. Until next time, bye.